Here in Philadelphia, the Ritz theaters are known not only for being landmarks, but also being a second home to screenwriter and filmmaker M. Night Shyamalan. Previously, when he shot in Philadelphia, he and his crew used the Ritz 5 theaters near Independence Hall to review their films. This is Olivia Danchek with WHYY's Young Journalist Program. Nowadays, movie theaters are becoming bigger and better, causing independent theaters to compete for customers. Beginning in the turn of the century by entrepreneur Raymond L. Pacell, who had a hobby for collecting unique films, it turned into a public cinema that provides viewers with international pieces. Still true to form, these theaters provide what Ritz Bourse manager Lisa Layden considers a unique product.
Usually less mainstream films. So a lot of stuff comes straight out of the film festivals. Around fall and winter, we get a lot of the Oscar movies.
The exclusive selection of foreign films offered can sometimes prove to be a disadvantage for business and cause unfamiliarity among the customers.
The thing about the mainstream theater is that when you go, even if you're just going to the movies, a lot of the titles or the actors are easily recognizable, so people feel like it's a little easier for them to pick a movie on the fly there. Here, a lot of people will come in off the street, unfamiliar with their theater, and they won't recognize any of the titles, or since right now, like a lot of our films are foreign, they won't recognize any of the actors. So people kind of like things that are a little more familiar.
While this may make movie choosing more difficult for some, others believe that these storylines have more to offer.
You'll learn more versus like, okay, oh, that's Leonardo DiCaprio. You're worried about him taking his shirt off, like, oh my God, he's so hot. But you're not catching the concept of the movie. Most independent films are educational. Watch something independent that tells you about other people's cultures, other people's lives, see other countries, stuff like that.
Not only do these independent movie theaters offer a more worldly view, but the Ritz Theater in particular pride themselves on a different movie-going experience.
Plus, we're very different in just our overall atmosphere. You know, our concessions are a little bit different. We have like gourmet chocolates and muffins and scones, as opposed to like pretzel bites with cheese. Nothing with melted cheese here.
I find it's a little more enjoyable here instead of having candy thrown on your head.
Some people prefer larger movie cinemas and major corporation films. Larger seating, more screens, tubs of popcorn, and cheese dip are all elements of this modern environment. Predictable romance and seat-gripping action are what some look for, but still, others are more inclined to the mixture exhibited exclusively in indie theaters.
Explosions every 2 minutes and things of that nature, but it just they're toned down to my taste, to my style.
A generational gap has seemed to form in terms of taste in movies and theater experiences. Still, older viewers enjoy indie films because of the more developed plot and less action.
Hollywood's only offering, certain formulas, and it's like I don't want to eat pizza every night of the week.
One major difference between the two theaters is the Ritz Theater's age rule. This prohibits anyone from the age of 6 to 16 to see any movie, despite the rating, without an adult accompaniment. Children under the age of 6 are not even allowed to step through the doors.
It's probably a stupid policy, or it sounds like it is.
I bet a 16-year-old, I don't see that being a problem.
Although it initially began as one rich man's hobby, it is true that independent films hold their own in this modern cinematic world.
These theaters were pretty much just put out for the people of Philadelphia. I mean, we never really were expected to do a whole lot of money making. It was more about the quality and the product that we were putting out, and it was something you couldn't get anywhere else in Philadelphia.
And there you have it. The Ritz theaters will always be important in some people's lives. Maybe if you check it out, the theaters will leave an imprint on you as well. Consider these facts the next time you are interested in a historical and definitely entertaining evening. This is Olivia Danchek from WHYY's Young Journalist. Good night.